I broke my slong. This outer ring popped off while I was using it the other day. Which means it's no longer usable. Very unfortunate, because I liked this little thing. Super cheap, Amazon special. After 5 years, the slong can retire. Because I took advantage of Harbor Freight's buy the charger, get a tool deal, and got me another 3/8 ratchet. The slong was 12 volts. This is 20. I didn't like the idea of having to buy a different battery. I mean, if I already had 2 for this one, I really thought hard about just getting another cheap one from Amazon so I could reuse the batteries. Plus, a lot of them are coming with batteries now, but that's okay. We'll take a chance on something new. You guys know me, I love Harbor Freight, so might as well. Let's do the battery first. Looks like good stuff. Has a battery indicator on the front of it. Rapid charger. You can mount it to the wall. They did a great decision by just giving us a single plug on the end, not one of the big box transformers. This is a laptop charger, but that's what I'm talking about. When your plug real estate is slim, you don't need a big box in there, so I like that. That's a good idea. Looks like a 7-foot cord, so that's pretty nice. All right, it's a 20 volt DC, 1.7 amp, lithium ion battery. I want to charge this sucker up. So I got it plugged in. Flashing red with a solid green is charging. Solid red, solid green, battery's charged. Only flashing red, it's with temperature. And then both flashing is a defective battery, it looks like. So we got it charging. I'm gonna set this to the side and get the ratchet open. Looks like a quality unit. The balance is super front heavy. So that's one thing I was worried about, is wrist strain. If you hold it out like this, you're gonna have all that weight on the front, or is it gonna be pretty well balanced? There's no battery in here, so I'm hoping that when you add a battery, it helps with that. If you look at the difference, the Bauer is much bigger. I liked the 3/8 head on this one because it was so small. In comparison, this guy's massive. So I'm hoping it'll still fit in all the same places. I guess we'll find out. Comes with a belt hanger loop thing. You can put it on either side. I don't have a preference, so I'm just gonna put it on the left side, just so you can hang it if you wish. Pretty secure. Construction looks really good. They're advertising 40 foot-pounds max torque with the tool, 240 foot-pounds manual. So with these, if you've never used one before, you can use the motor to turn the head, or you can manually do it yourself too, which is kind of nice because when you break fasteners off, then you can use the motor to help you out. The selector's good, makes sense. Some of the selectors you have to push in, you got to pull out to turn. I think that's going to be pretty normal. 0 to 225 RPM. The slong actually says 0 to 400 RPM, so we'll see. Maybe this Bauer will be a little bit slower but stronger. I don't think it goes to 40 foot-pounds on the slong version. If anything, I'm looking forward to the larger battery with the Bauer. This is a 2000 milliamp hours. This is a 5 amp hour. So it should give me some life, a lot longer than I was able to get with the slong. But this thing, until it snapped apart the other day, was a beast. I've dropped it, soaked it in oil, run over it a couple times, I think. I mean, I'm hard on them, so it's unfortunate that it broke, but it's not really a surprise. All right, I'm gonna let this thing charge, and then we'll put it to the test. Solid red and green means it's charged. I do like the battery indicator. That's nice. All right, did the weight distribution change? I know this isn't the most accurate way to do it, but it sure did, because without the battery, I had to support it right about here. With the battery, it's almost right on the trigger. So it feels pretty balanced in your hand. It's very long compared to what I'm used to, but again, that's not terrible. My main focus will be, is that added head size gonna be an issue? But it feels mighty strong. It feels great. This one's kind of dinky. This one feels excellent. And I'm happy about that weight distribution. All right, let's put it to work. All right, so I gotta take this inner fender lining off. There are a bunch of 7s. Let's see how it does. Lots of room up there. What about this one? Oh, it's tight. But not bad. Could have turned the wheel, but that's kind of the clearance that I was curious about. I think the Slong version would have gotten that one, no issues. Let's try these guys. All right, so there is a potential issue. There's no safety on this thing. If you set it down, up over, and the weight of the tool will turn it on. So like I was trying to squeeze it up into a pretty tight spot, and I kept hitting the trigger because that's the only place to grab it. Probably a minor thing for most people, but it is something. So many of these. There's a couple of tough spots for this thing, but that could be remedied with maybe an extension, maybe a smaller socket. There's a considerable amount of heat coming off of it, and that might just be because it's pretty hot today. Overall, I'm liking it. It's quite a bit bigger than my old one. Total length 11 inches on that. Total length 17. So it's got 6 more inches on it. Weight wise, we've got 893 grams for the Slong and 1983, 82 for the Bauer. And the Bauer, I can't even balance it on the scale completely. It's got one edge that's holding it just a little bit down. So I think it's about 2,000 grams. Overall, I like it. I think it's a powerful unit. I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces over the next couple years. Hopefully it lasts that long. Total package was $90. It was their parking lot sale. It just so happened to coincide with this guy breaking. So I thought, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Like I said, overall, I like it. Seems like a well-built unit. If you have questions about the Bauer 3/8 Ratchet, if there's anything I've missed or anything you'd like to say about it, if you have one, if you have experiences with it, if you've ever needed to warranty it, make sure you leave it down in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching.